you know what big announcement is taking place later this morning? Yeah, the latest Apple whatever. Okay, so if you would right now, everybody who has a smartphone, pull it out and raise it up in the air. Yeah, but a smartphone. Okay, so if I had asked that question 5 years ago, I would have been met with a blank stare, right? Smartphone? No such. Apple created a whole industry. Now, of course, like the others in here who are economical, I don't carry an iPhone, I carry an Android. But the point is, we never stop reinventing. We never stop creating. And we are still in the early innings of what we can do in this country. Do we have problems? Yeah, and you know what? We're not going to have a system that the American people can rally around because we either have health care we can't afford or we deprive people of health care. Those are the only two options we have right now under the system we have. And going back to the entrepreneurial thing, you asked the entrepreneurial question. It's silly that in America, if I work for a big company and I have some kind of pre-existing condition or I have a family member who does, I can't go start my own business because if I do, I lose health coverage for myself and my family. That's idiotic. So when I think about government, I think about the obligations that government has promised to all of us that it cannot keep. And the ones that make our country not efficient enough is all around the health care. The anger in our country is just below the surface. And people are kind of like a wounded, cornered animal right now. People are angry, they're lashing out, they're not quite sure whose fault everything is. So they're lashing out in all different directions. And as best I can tell, this is more anger of the type that, that also manifests itself with the Tea Party. That we have people that are so frustrated, and overwhelmingly in polling, people say they feel the country's on the wrong track. The country's going the wrong direction. And so in that frustration, in that anger, they're looking for who to be mad at. Remember the first rule of thumb, look at your... We've got the largest number of bank failures in the country, 60-something I think have failed. And they're all the small local community banks that are the source and the capital for small businesses that want to get started. And they're not there. And the big banks, even if they wanted to try to figure out how to lend to small businesses, they don't have it. They don't have the DNA, they don't have what it takes as organizations to understand how to lend to and build a relationship with a small business. If there was something that I would be excited about, it would be a program that created fertile territory for small banks to get started again in the country. If you're really going to make a difference, go with some buddies and go start a bank.